Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Against the Storm. Um, Sorry about no video yesterday. As you can tell, my voice is getting there. It's coming back. I did have the vid, it turns out, so I am kind of isolating myself a little bit. You don't have to do it quite as long now, so that is a good thing. But I apologize if I have to cut out the microphone or, if I accidentally cough or something into the, or clear my throat. Um, we'll just work through it. Okay. So, Against the Storm. Oh, first I wanted to talk about Gas Station Simulator. I am still playing it. I am still trying to get Joe's cigars. I have played probably 2 hours offline. I still haven't found a plane that has all of the cigars on it. So I will continue to do so. Once I have all the cigars, I'll do an episode with that and hopefully move on to the next DLC before the next DLC comes out. So that's where we are with that. I've not forgotten it. But I've been playing this game on my own, and I figured, why don't you see me struggle through it? Because I have really no idea how this game... Well, okay, I now have some idea how this game runs because I am on a new profile. And I played through. I have never actually finished a campaign, which is kind of okay in this game. You get experience, you get things. You'll see as we go through what I'm talking about. But it's a really, really, really fun, interesting, and challenging game. And I wanted to kind of start, in case you haven't seen it, let's do the tutorial. And then if you guys like it, let's move on and keep doing videos until I actually beat or win scenario. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit play. Full disclosure, I did record one of these through this tutorial. And well, you'll see.
The world is plagued by the Blight Storm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the smoldering city where the mysterious Scorched Queen reigns. You are one of her viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the smoldering city and secure the future of the Queen's subjects.
Okay. So this is the tutorial. Rotation is with middle mouse button. Actually, that's a lot better. I don't know if I hit something. It was kind of like inverted when I was playing, I think last night, actually. So I don't know if that was changed or what. Okay, so regular stuff, WASD to move around. Neglecting your village increases the Queen's impatience, which is this bar down here. Queen's impatience. And brings her wrath upon you, which means you lose. Fulfilling your duties will increase your town's reputation, unlock new buildings, and eventually bring you to victory, which of course is this bar over here. Now choose a blueprint and select... Choose a blueprint, period. Select the crown icon below. So we'll do that. Woodcutter camps, you're definitely going to need 2 to start with. Each expedition starts with only a few essential blueprints. More will be given as you gain reputation points. Now pick the woodcutter's camp. Yep. So you always want to start with 2 of these, and I believe our first orders, if we hit space, build woodcutter's camps to explore the forest. You have to keep the fire going at all times. So we need wood to keep the hearth going, to keep everybody happy-ish. So we'll go ahead and hit that. Woodcutter camp. And we're going to do 2. Because I already tell you, see this flashing light up here? If you hit the orders, these are our orders. So these are things we have to do for the Queen. The longer we take to do them, or the longer we take to do them, once we select them, and that's key, the Queen's impatience goes up. And it already goes up by a fair amount, just kind of passively. So our first order is We need 2 woodcutters, and we need to chop 10 wood. Our reward will be a group of 3 beavers and 25% quicker for wood cutting. So we'll go ahead and let's do 1 here, and then we'll do... We already know we're going to have to break into these. These are glades. These are undiscovered glades. There'll be resources in them sometimes. There'll be caches. There'll be all kinds of things. And of course you have your dangerous glade, which we will get into in this tutorial. Alright, that's as close as we're going to get there. We'll let them build that. Okay, so this is where the video messed up last time. I have a hotkey that sets record on my for OBS, and it's the plus key on the number pad. It also means it's the plus key on the keyboard as well. And the plus key and equal key are the keys that you need to increase the speed of the game. So I will be increasing the speed of the game up here rather than using that because it cut off my recording. And I just sat there and went through almost the entire tutorial. I was on the last thing. And yeah. So anyway, beavers. They are wood choppers extraordinaire. We are going to go ahead and throw 2 on that one. And we're going to throw at least 1 and maybe 1 human. Alright. Over here, let's go ahead and increase the speed. Let's go on up to 2. We have 2 woodcutter camps. Now we're just trying to get, and there's the order already done. So we'll go ahead and select, and we will deliver. Next we have cut through 2 glades, which we're already starting to do, and then assign 5 beavers, and we'll get 3 humans and 30 meat and reputation out of it. So we'll go ahead and close that. Let's bring this down to 1.5 while we do this. Add another beaver to this cart. And go ahead and remove the human. And add a beaver over here. Well, I'm going to add 3. I'm going to go ahead and add 3. Alright, mark trees for harvest. So that's right here. I do have it selected that I have to select the trees for harvest. Don't want them cutting trees of their own, because then you can kind of break into a glade that you really didn't mean to go into. Come on, get this tree close to me. Like you get... Stop whatever you're doing. It's bad. Alright. And then over here, we'll cut into that glade. A lot of unnecessary trees with this one. Let's go ahead and remove that. That. Alright, we'll call that good. Hopefully that tree is marked. Alright, continue. We'll come over here. You see choose a blueprint. You can't click on this. Usually you can click over here and it'll take you right to it. But when you choose a blueprint, it's really just down here at the crown that is flashing. We'll select that. And this is a shelter. Can accommodate 3 residents. So while they're doing that, let's find a good place to slap some shelters here. Just to keep the resolve up. And lizards are like the toughest to get resolve on. So, alright, we've already broken into this clearing. We have some eggs up here, some roots. We'll let them continue to cut down the trees there. You can see right here we have 1 of 2 glades. And we already have our beavers assigned. Shelter. We have 12. And we need 4 of these guys. I want to leave a gap. I don't think they can get through that. They might be able to get through that. I put that there where you get through that. Hold up. Hold up. Hold it. Oh. Doesn't matter. Just build. Once you build something, you can go ahead and move it most of the time. So we'll go ahead and move, and let's bring this a little bit further out, and we'll do try not to block off the hearth here, if you're wondering. Here, here, and we'll just do 2 more on this side. There we go. Orders are ready to complete, so we broke through the other glade here. We have some forging stuff inside there, so we'll go ahead. Yeah, we're good. Go to orders, deliver these. We get our humans and the meat. I can't help but say human, just because I read a novel series called Expeditionary Force, and I actually listened to it on audio tape, and R.C. Bray always pronounced the humans when they're talking like one of the aliens, so it just pops in my head. If you don't know about that series, go ahead, give it a shot. I think you'll like it. It starts with a book called Columbus Day. All right, small forgers camp is what we want. Our goal is to get 5 vegetables. All right, you can see here we have vegetables up here, so let's go ahead and just come in here. First, we have to say, yeah, I want a forgers camp. Select, come into the camps, forgers camp. It'll highlight the vegetables. You can see it. You want to get this probably as close as you can there with the arrow pointing into the resource I found. I got to mark trees for harvest. Let's a quick pause here and do that. Let me get these over here and over here, over here. You can see the radius on here, the cutting radius. So we can actually hit some of those in there as well. All right. Let's get on with the building. We'll do our forgers camp and get our 5 vegetables and move on to the next order. You see over here, this kind of gives you a kind of an encyclopedia. It is the encyclopedia on how to win, how to do that kind of thing. I kind of just leave one up, because I'm not sure how to get to it otherwise. We now have still 3 homeless, so did we move up to 15? Yeah, we moved up to 15. Yeah, we did. Alright, so let's go ahead and slap another. We don't want to block off the clay back here. Let's just start here. You can move these a little bit closer. Helps them be a little bit more efficient. This guy, I think, is good for now, and then we're going to move up, and we're going to try to break into some other glades. Just because. I'll do something, even if it's wrong. Alright. Oh, we got to assign people to the forgers camp. My apologies. Now, as you click in here, you'll see each of these species is a little better at one thing than the other. So if I had actually hovered over the beavers, you would see here the beavers are better at wood cutting and engineering. The lizards are good at meat collection and, I guess, getting kind of meat and working with meat. They like warm places, so your smokehouse, your cooking house, things like that, the lizards are going to enjoy. It's really hard to keep their resolve up. And then humans seem to be okay kind of with everything, but they are best at, you can see the little icon of the wheat here, at foraging, farming, that type of thing. So we're going to go ahead and throw 2 humans in there and continue. Bring these guys a little bit closer. We can go ahead and finish this up. And then we'll move it up. You can see these eggs here. The lizards would be great at collecting these. Unfortunately, we do not have a trapper camp yet, so I don't think we can get that going. We need 3 more vegetables. Newcomers are waiting. Let's go ahead and take a look at our newcomers. Who do we have today? We have 1 lizard, 1 human, 2 humans. 2 lizards, 1 human. We're not really using lizards right now, but I tell you what, this stone right here is hard to find on playthrough, so I'm automatically going to kind of lean towards getting the stone. And I see they didn't like that, so that's interesting. I'm learning the game. I did pick the 2 lizards. Maybe more lizards you have, the less they like it? I don't... Lizards are content. Everybody's content. Okay. Kind of hard to figure them out sometimes. 1 more vegetable, and we'll be able to turn these orders in. There we go. orders are ready. Usually this flashes. It's not doing it in the tutorial, but that's okay. All right, and we can go ahead and turn it in, and now we get giant vegetables. Next up, Stonecutter's Camp and clay in Stonecutter's Camp. So we have our clay down here that we tried not to block. If we come over here to the crown, the blueprint for the Stonecutter's Camp will be in there. And then we'll go ahead and select it and go into... Alright. And now we have to... Nope, we don't want to add trees. We got to wait for that to be built. And then we'll select someone for the collection of the clay. And there's the storm. So you have your different seasons up here. Farming is based on it. But during the storm season, storm year 1, you can see over here the resolve really drops. So the happier you can make them outside the storm, the better off you're going to be in the storm, if that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and select. Oh, I guess we have no choice, so we're gonna go human, lizard in the clay pits. Go. We need 5 clay. You guys are still doing that. Let's go ahead and move this kind of up here, and then we'll go ahead and mark these all the way into that clade for chopping. Same thing here. We'll move these. I do have it selected that I have to mark the trees for them to cut so they don't accidentally break into a glade I don't want them to. Really important with these dangerous glades out here. You don't want to break into one of those and not realize it for some reason. Alright, we have 7 clay, so we are good to go to turn in this order. And you see the alert just came up. And we'll go ahead and get our steel shovels, +1 to clay production, and create a stone. Again, stone, really valuable. Next up, we need a harvester's camp, and we need plant fiber. So let's go ahead and select our crown, get our harvester camp, and come in here and there. Now it'll show you, see how it kind of lights up? It'll show you the resources. These are root or fiber plants or whatever. And we'll go ahead and select the one down here just to kind of get things out of the way a little bit. Again, humans will be the best at collecting this. Storm's over. You see everybody's resolves going back up. We have 3 more homeless again. And boom. Let's go ahead and get human. Oh, actually, they're not selected for this, so they're not going to be the best at it. That's interesting. They're the most adapt, though, so let's go ahead. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do 2 humans anyway. Okay, so choose a cornerstone. Cornerstones, you see it lights up here, but this one you can actually click. Oh, no, in theory. On a cornerstone. So, exploration contract. The Royal Academy wants a detailed map of the region and will supply anyone willing to help. Gain 20 reed and 20 clay for each discovered glade. So when you break into a glade, you get this. However, over here, carpenter's tool. Building materials are the foundation of every settlement. Production plus 50% in building a crude workstation. So, workstation, I happen to know, just because I, again, turned off record last playthrough. And this is going to be our next order. So we're just going to go ahead and pick that up. A little insider info there. And we can go ahead and turn this order in. And you can see, boom. And then here it is. We need planks, we need brick, and we need cloth. We're already collecting the clay, the fiber, and the wood. So it'll give us a workstation upgrade and parts. And also unlocks the crude workstation that develops all that. So go ahead and pick that. And that's under here. And I haven't figured out the arrows here yet. Now, I know the arrows are kind of like a supply chain. But everything goes into the warehouse anyway. So I'm just going to select this and put it next to the warehouse. What did we find in the glade up here? More eggs. We found some other people. We'll see it. Look into that in just a moment. Let's get this built and get it going. And select the best people for this. Okay, I'm wondering if the beavers are the best for this. So let's just real quick. I want to find something out. Let's pause this. What do we need for over here? So we have one beaver, one human. They'll join the settlement, and you need to give them 4 vegetables. You see up here we have 66 vegetables, or you can click this. You can see 66 of 4. It'll also give you other things. So we got 14 of 4 roots, that type of thing. You can kind of change what you give them as long as you see these arrows around the icon. But we're going to stick with the vegetables, being that we have 66 of them. You have to assign people to deliver, so we'll go ahead and do this, and a lizard, and we'll click this, or you can send it to the Citadel for 10 amber. Amber is kind of your currency. You can open up Trading Post and trade with it, but that's a little bit further into the game. But you would have to send them 4 eggs. You can see the chest up here in the, I don't know, the window that opens up when you hover over it, the hover window, that we have 14 in stock, or you can look up here and see 14 in stock. And the average is 18, so we're actually a little behind that. So this makes the most sense, especially because I want to see if beavers are more adept at the workshop than humans. So we'll get that going, and we're going to let this delay a minute. Actually, we're only going to have 1 beaver, so let's go ahead and get rid of the pipes. We don't have to do that. We don't have bronze anyway. Let's go ahead and throw a human. Now let's go ahead and throw a lizard in there. So they're coming up here to deliver stuff. Click on it. Talking to them. Chatting with them. Come on, here's some vegetables. Come on down to the camp. Come here, come on. And they joined the camp, and here they go. Okay, so let's go back to our workshop here. Click this. No, they're not more adept at it. That's interesting. Okay, let's leave that there. Because they like engineering. It's gonna, I guess that would be more the rain things. I don't know. Mark trees for harvest. Alright, what are we doing now? Let's go ahead and break into there. And then, what do we want to do with this one? Move this here, and we can break into... We're already breaking into that glade. Let's break into this one down here. And mark these trees. Missed a couple. There we go. I'll do that. Okay, so I have an auto pause for newcomers. All right, so we'll click the newcomers. What are they bringing with them? Clay and leather, vegetables, eggs, and roots. That seems like a better deal. We get 1 of 1. Boom. We're in. Let's see, being that I didn't choose a lizard, does the lizard's resolve go down? It does not. Okay. It always seemed like when I did not pick anything lizard, the lizards get ticked off. They are really persnickety, let's say. It seems like. Alright, we're doing good here. Got half of what we need. They're delivering it. They do have paths in this game. Paths do make them walk further, but this is a tutorial, so I'm not going to walk further. Walk faster to their destinations, but we're not going to worry about that now with this. Alright, we already have 4 bricks. And we're out of the rain this season. The drizzle. What are we at? Next storm in 4 minutes. So So they have different times of the year. Drizzle, I think it's not this one. It's the one we just came out of. And this is kind of the in-between. Orders ready to complete, so we got everything. And then the storm. So we come in here, we get parts, and we get workstation upgrade. So we'll deliver that. Alright, so the next one is we have to go into a dangerous glade. We have to change the offering to cloth or fabric. I'll get it right if I read. And deliver one ancient tablet. And this is our last objective here for our orders, and we'll end this portion of the tutorial, I do believe. Sorry about that. All right. So, Dangerous Glade is over here, so we need to position a woodcutter to get through there. We have the stone cutter here. Maybe I'll move these guys a little bit. Make them a little bit further up here. That'll be fine, and then we'll put the woodcutter in there. Which one do we want to pick? We have another glade that we've discovered over here. It's got clay. It's got worm tongue nest for insect meat. Yeah, pretty good. Let's look at our blueprint. We'll go ahead and do a lizard house because they are the most, again, persnickety. Maybe we'll build one of those as we're waiting to cut through. Let's just find... We got a nice glade down here as well. Oh, and it's got... What is this? Herbalist camp. So, if you haven't discovered a blueprint for a house, if you find one of these and you rebuild it, you'll then get that blueprint. But right now, we're going to take these guys and we're going to move them to where we made space for them. Right there. And we're going to select this for them to cut through so we can break into the dangerous glade. Probably not the best area. This probably would have been the shortest area, but you know what? I'm not really concerned about it. We can just bump up the speed. But let's see how much resolve we get for adding a lizard house, which, by the way, is not easy to find in the regular game. I'm just curious. Matter of fact, I don't think I've found lizard houses on any of my playthroughs. And again, I haven't actually had a victory in any of the campaigns that I put out. But you get the upgrade and you get experience for it still, and you get to purchase upgrades and deeds and things like that, so that you can your next run will be hopefully easier. Yeah, up to 11 with one lizard house. We still have 2 homeless though. Let's just slap. How many lizards do we have? We have 5 lizards too. Let's go ahead and do another lizard house. Why not? R to rotate. Now we're in a storm. Resolve's going to start going down. 10 to 7. They really don't like the storm. We're not going to bother with the herbalist camp at the moment. Not part of the tutorial. We will move. No, we can't move that any closer, huh? I have to wait for a bigger gap. Let's go ahead and maybe speed things up. Get through the storm. You don't want any homeless people in a storm. So keep an eye on your homeless up here. That's the homeless. That's your builders. So those are free workers. And then this is your population. And if we get rid of that tree that we're cutting right now, we can then take this, move, come in there. Just makes them closer to where they're gathering and delivering their wood back. Choose a cornerstone. So we're back to the cornerstones here. You can see we actually got a couple of things. We have some newcomers. So we'll see what we have for newcomers. Eggs, clay, plant fiber, and then 20 vegetables. You really want to get the processed foods, but that's more... It'll take us through that in the tutorials, which I plan on doing a lot of the tutorials. Or not, if not all the tutorials. So we want to go up here to the cornerstone, pick our next buff. fiber delivery line, 15 plant fiber per minute, and I think that's only if you're farming the plant fiber, possibly, or 15 eggs per minute. But right now we're only doing plant fiber, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to go there, even though they're just about out over here. Let's continue. If I miss anything or you are confused about something, just ask in the comments. I know sometimes I speak quickly, or don't finish my sentences, which is, my wife always lets me know. That's fine. Just let me know, and I will be happy to go back over it, not to mention the fact that I actually still do have COVID, so maybe brain is not as healthy as it needs to be, or thinking clearly. Yeah, obviously, right there. Alright. Let's get through this guy, and that's actually, we are at just over 30 minutes here, so I think this tutorial is going to be just one video, and then we'll continue from there. Hopefully you guys like it. Follow your orders. I am, telling me that I'm taking too long to get to my orders, so yeah, I get it. So I'm going to move this a little bit closer. One of these trees is going to break us through into the glade. Of course, we're going to do the ones to the side instead of this guy right here. Hey, that's a guy blocking our glade. Yeah. Let's do all of them but. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're in the glade. Okay, I have auto pause when you break into a dangerous glade. Okay, so this will tell you what's in the glade. Ancient shrine. Okay, this is the ancient shrine. So we've broken into the dangerous glade. That's one order. Change scrolls to fabric in the ancient shrine. So what that means, if you click on here, again, you see the arrows here. You can change these. And we currently have 25 planks, right? And that is... Actually, it's not showing planks up here. Huh. Wonder if I could change that. Anyway, neither here nor there. We have 25 of them. You can see in the... I'm actually pointing at it like a dummy. In the window that opened up when you hover over the picture of a box and 25 next to it. That's how much we have in stock. You come over here, that box is 0. So if you click this, you can actually go to change it to a different thing. In this case, it's fabric. We have 21 of them. We'll click that. Then you have to select people to bring it over to the shrine. So we'll pick one of each and then click investigate and let it go. Stonecutter's Camp has no deposits nearby. We can mess with that while we're moving things over. Do we have any other? Yeah, we do have one up here, so we'll just move it to there. Also, real quick. Oh! Craftsman died, Harvester died, Builder died. I've never had this go through in the tutorial before, so let's click on here. You can see disturbing the ruins, the great civilization can have great consequences, kills 3 random villagers. And it'll do this if you don't have the stuff to give them or whatever else. You'll actually have 2 things. You can either destroy it or burn it in the regular game. But as long as you haven't fulfilled any of that, it's going to kill 3 villagers every... it doesn't say how long, but that's 3 villagers down right there. 53% into, I guess right now, praying to the shrine. With 14 seconds left. So hopefully we don't lose any more villagers. And there we go. Keep at least one of these guys on here, because somebody has to deliver the ancient tablet back. Go ahead and hit the 1.5 here. Follow your orders. So that is our last order. We entered Dangerous Glade, got some changed it to fabric, and then ancient tablet. Click on orders. You can see it delivers 30 amber. And we unlocked content for that tutorial. So we have the Woodcutter's Camp, the Small Forager, the Stonecutter, the Harvester, the Crude Workstation, small hearth, so that's if you want to build outside your regular hearth area, which is, well, wait, I can't go back to it now. So, but if you click on your hearth, it has a golden area that you want to build at least your houses in. Small warehouse, a trading post, and a farm field. Continue. So this brings us to the next step in our tutorial. We'll do any key to start. We're actually going to click off of that and move over here. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you like it. If you do, please like, subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube things. I would really appreciate it, especially after my my break for the holiday and then getting COVID on top of that. Not really the best, but yeah. I'm looking forward to hopefully playing this game. I will also have a episode coming out on Pumping Simulator. Let me preface by saying that I've actually recorded this before Christmas. I redid it because and only 27 minutes of the video came out. So along with it, I will probably go ahead and put what I wound up doing, because there's the 27 minutes of the video and then it cut for really no reason whatsoever. I think probably user error, and then doesn't show the rest of the video. So I'll add walk around, like a walk around tour, to the end of that video so that you can see what I eventually wound up doing. But I wanted to get that out there because Pumping Simulator did have an update and I did do a video on it. Other than that, leave that like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you guys in the next video, and you are very much appreciated. Have a good one.